Hello, friends. Again, we have to discuss the chapter number 3, issue of shares. In the previous lecture, we have already discussed about the various methods of issue of shares. In this chapter, in this video, lecture number 3, we are discussing about the offering share to the existing employee. In the previous lecture, we are discussing about the offering shares to the public. I myself, Paresh Sangvikar, BYK College of Commerce, Nasik. Offering shares to the existing employee. Existing employee here is one of the most important word. The employee who are giving the services in that particular period, it is called the existing employee. Basically, this type of shares offered to the employee for the purpose of to increase the morale of the employees. There are 4 types of schemes for offering shares to the employees. ESOS, Employee Stock Option Scheme. ESPS, Employee Stock Purchasing Schemes. SARS, Stock Appreciation Right Scheme, and Sweet Equity Shares. One by one, we have to discuss. It may be possible that in the board examination, they will ask this question for 4 marks. First scheme, which has to be offered to the existing employees, is ESOS, Employee Stock Option Scheme. This scheme is offering to the existing employees. In the employees, it doesn't mean that those who are serves that particular employees as well as the directors or the officers of the company. In every company, there are different categories of the employees. There are some employees, some are the officers, and some are the who direct all these things. It is called the directors of the company, as well as holding company who hold the maximum shares of the company. It is called a holding company. So this schemes is offered to that particular companies also. For what are the purpose? To encourage the employee for their services. What is the scheme? The company has to give the offer for purchasing the equity shares at a future date at a predetermined price. What is meant by predetermined price? The price which actually fixed. It is called the predetermined price. Definitely, there is the benefits of the employee. What is the benefit? Because they want to increase the morale of the employee. After giving the shares, the employee become a owner of the company, and they are ready to retain in that service, in that company. So that these are the benefits of the to the employee to become a owner of a company. And also there is a retain of the service. Here, the main point is that what are the provisions of this scheme, because every single work of the company, it should be by the rule. Provisions means the rules and regulation of the company. The company has to follow some rules and regulation which has to be mentioned in Indian Company Act 2013. Let's see what are the provisions. The shares which has to be offered to the employee, it should be definitely a less price than the market price. For example, of XYZ company, thus XYZ company shares in the market is rupees 300. If you have given to the employee at the same price, nobody will take. So if you want to increase the moral, the company has to give the offer in lesser price than the market price. There is a minimum vesting period of 1 year. What is meant by the vesting period? The period during which the company uses the option to apply for the shares. It is called the vesting period. The share issued under this scheme are subject to lock-in period of 1 year. It means that the locking period of 1 year, in that year, 1 year, the company cannot sell these shares, as well as the beneficiary, means the shareholder or the employee cannot also sell the shares between that 1 year. The share issued under this scheme does not enjoy any dividend, because dividend is given to the shareholders. This is the scheme for the employees, as well as they don't have enjoying the voting rights till the employee purchase the shares. As and when they will purchase the share, he will become a shareholder and they will get every rights whatever we are given to the shareholders. So that vesting period of 1 year is most important in that scheme. Such issue must be approved by the shareholder by special resolution in the meeting. Definitely, every activity which has to be running in the company, it should be approved from the shareholder, not only the regular resolution, special resolution. The resolution which have a 1/3 voting of shareholder, it means that 75% of majority of that particular shareholders, then it will become a resolution. Motions, already we have learned that particular words, the concept in the previous year. Next provision, the employees cannot transfer his option to any other person, nor can pledge. In between that 1 year, the employee cannot sell the shares as well as the pledge or mortgage. Nowadays, the banks has also given a loan on that particular shares. But if they have a shares in that scheme, they cannot give the mortgage. The bank will not permitted a loan. The company has to apply and a compensation committee to look after that scheme. The company can appoint one committee and the committee will take all the rules and regulation about that company. This is called the ESOS, Employee Stock Option Scheme. Second, the Employee Stock Purchase Scheme. The previous one is Employee Stock Option Scheme. In option scheme, the company will offer that particular shares. In purchase scheme, the company offer the equity share at which price? Discounted price at a future date. In the next slide, again, I will give the with example. The price of share is deducted from employee's salary on a regular basis. In the previous, at the time of ESOS, the company has to pay the money. But here, the money will be deducted from their salary. So it is very easy for the particular employee to purchase the shares. What is the provisions? The different number of shares can be offered to the different categories of the company. We know that in the company there are all employees are not in a same category. Some are the workers, some are the supervisors, some are the managers. Then maybe possibility there are a CEO. It means that in every company there are different types of categories. So these schemes is offered to the shareholders or the employees which have in a different categories. So it may be possible the different category has a different schemes. Suppose worker, they have given the 10 shares. It may be possible that for the managers, they have given the 50 shares. There is 1 year locking period. Between that period, the company is the employee cannot be sell their shares. Same provision which has to be in the previous approval of the shareholders through special resolution. That word again and again it is repeated, special resolution. 75% of shareholders are ready for this scheme. It is called a special resolution. Share issued through this scheme must be listed immediately. It should be listed immediately. It means that the effect of the shares in a share market on a quick basis. Shares can be listed immediately. Again, the same rules for the previous scheme. The company has to fulfill the provisions of SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India, which whatever the rules and regulation of a Security Exchange Board of India, the company has followed that rules for the benefits of the employee. The third one, the third scheme, Stock Appreciation Right Scheme, SAR, Stock Appreciation Right Scheme. That words indicated the appreciation. This scheme is for the employees which has to be depend upon the appreciation of the shares. In first scheme, it is stock which is given to the existing employees. In second scheme, they have to purchase, and this third team, the third scheme is stock appreciation right scheme. This is the scheme for the employees are given to receive appreciation in the value of specified number of shares of the company at a future date. For example, suppose the share of price at the time of allotment is ₹100, and if the company gives this scheme to the particular employees, that whatever after 2 years, after 3 years, after 1 year, whatever price is there, the difference between the allotment price and the future date price is the benefit of the scheme. I have given the example. At the value of share at the time of allotment is rupees 100. For example, this is the 100 rupees shares. This scheme is given for the employee for 1 year. After a 1 year, if the value of that share is rupees 1000, it means that the benefit between the future price and allotment price is rupees 900. 900 per share. So if the stock they have prepared for the appreciation scrip rupees 1000. So 1000 into 900, whatever the 9 lakh rupees they have given to the that particular employees. The company allot a specific number of stock appreciation right units that are linked to the value of company shares on the date of allotment. They have fixed some allotment stock. For example, this type of shares, suppose one of the company have fixed the stock of 1000 shares. So the appreciation of 1000 shares between the allotment date and the future date, that difference should be distributed to the particular employees. It is called a stock appreciation right scheme. So what are the benefits? That whatever the benefits, that benefits may be given in cash or maybe they are giving shares. For example, we have taken the example in the previous, there are 900 rupees per shares is the benefit of the appreciation scheme, and the company prepare a stock of 1000. So 900 into 1000 means 9 lakh rupees. That 9 lakh rupees is distributed maybe in cash or maybe they are giving the equity shares to that particular company. This scheme is form of bonus compensation given to the employee. It is a bonus. If there is a bonus, there is no need to purchase a equity shares of the company. The employees does not pay anything for buying or purchasing of the shares. They have just get a benefit of that particular scheme. It may be in cash or the company will issue the equity shares to the employees. Here also there is a vesting period of 1 year. The most benefit of that particular scheme is there is no locking period. Approval of a shareholders definitely is the same like a previous scheme. Special resolution is required. Approval of shareholders are required. Next, a sweet equity shares. Sweet equity shares. The company issue the equity shares to its directors or employee for their valuable contribution to the company. Definitely, if the company are ready to give the shares, definitely at a discount price. How many types of price? 3 types of price of a share: at par, at discount, and at maximum. So at par, face value and market price is same. At discount, face value is less than market price. It is called at discount. 100 rupees shares issuing at 90 rupees, it is called a at discount. And third one is at premium. 100 rupees shares issue at more than 100 rupees, 110, 120, it is called at premium. So in that scheme, the company will offer that particular shares at discount price. Consideration other than cash. It will not given at a cash price. What is the result? What is the benefit of that particular scheme? That it should be issued at a discount price. The sweet equity shares rank pari passu with other equity shares. What is meant by the pari passu? It will be treated at par with other equity shares. So it will be treated as a other equity shares. So that's why it is depend upon the value of the shares. These shares have a locking period of 3 years. In the previous scheme, there is only 1 year locking period. It means that in between that 3 years, the employee cannot sell the shares to the outsider. Approval of the shareholder is necessary through a special resolution. It means that more than 75% of shareholders are ready to issue the scheme. And the last one, private placement. When a company offers its security to the selected group of person not exceeding 200%, it is called a private placement. Whenever company required a very minimum amount, so the company can go for that particular placement, because it is very easy to identify those person who are ready to invest in our company. So that's why it is called a private placement. The board of director have a right to select, identify the persons for the security. Most of the persons, we can say that they are the investors. They have to identify the different types of investors, those who want to deposited their money in that particular sectors. It may be the institutional investors, it may be some mutual funds. What can give the company? The company issue the private placement offer letter with the application. The payment should be made by check, demand draft, etc., but not by cash, because nowadays more than 20,000 rupees transaction is not allowed in cash. Right to remuneration is not given to the applicant. Approval of shareholder is necessary through a special resolution, is like same as the previous one. Basically, there are two types of private placement. Right issue, already we have learned what is meant by the right issue in the previous lecture. Preferential allotment, we will discuss this one rather than this one in this lecture. What is meant by preferential allotment? When a company issue selected securities, that is equity shares or the securities that can be converted into equity shares. to the selected group of persons on preferential basis is called as preferential allotment. Here securities means not only the equity shares, it may be debentures, it may be preference shares, which can be converted into equity share after a specific period. It is called a preferential allotment securities. The shares offered are fully paid up. Those shares who have a partly paid up, they are not offered in that particular scheme. No offer letter is issued because they have directly contact to the investors. Approval of the shareholders is necessary through a special resolution. It is the same rule for the previous scheme. This process is very less time consuming because we have to contact directly. When whatever we are required, we are directly given to the private placement, and private placement persons or the investors are directly attached contact to the company. So that's why there is very less time consuming process. Other scheme, we have to given the offer to the employee, then they will give the applications, then application will be sanctioned by the board of directors. It means that we have to follow the process. Here there is a direct contact between the investors and the company with the help of the different types of agencies. It involves the less paperwork and less formalities because it is a direct connection. Normally company offer the preferential allotment to promoters, existing shareholders, employees, venture capitalists, etc. Promoters, who are the first directors involving in the registration, is called the promoter. Those shareholders who have a holding of shares, it is called the existing shareholders. Venture capitalists who are most of their funds are invested in the company. Payment made in cash, but nowadays it is not possible. They do not enjoy any voting rights because they are only investors. They do not become a shareholder, so that's why they do not enjoy any voting rights. This is called a memory chart. In this lecture, we'll learn about the ESOS, ESPS, ESOS, Employee Stock Option Scheme, ESPS, Employee Stock Purchase Scheme, SARS, SARS, Stock Appreciation Right Scheme, and Sweet Equity Shares. This is most important for the short notes. So you have to prepare as like a short notes. Thank you very much.